the protest is very, very necessary because we are running a democracy of dumb and deaf government that they don't listen to the agony of the public, of the people.
Nigerians have the right to protest. If it results to fight, we fight. What kind of life are we living? It's better for us to die than to be living this kind of life.
With few days to go, the planners of the nationwide protest are set to hit the streets against the crippling economic hardship in the country. As the hunger protest movement gains momentum, with thousands of youths set to take action, national and state authorities have warned the organizers to tread softly. In the same vein, leaders from the southern and northern parts of the country have also joined the government to oppose the plan. State governors have cautioned against the protest, saying it is potentially dangerous. People took to the street to get reactions on the planned nationwide protest.
The planned nationwide protest is an evidence of a state government, and there is no gainsaying the fact that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration, has failed. I think the people have the right to protest. They should protest. Nigerians have the right to protest because the hardship is not something one can, tell. It's suffocating. Now, the man has no plan for the country. That's just the truth. Nigerians have the right to protest. If it results to fight, we fight. What kind of life are we living? It's better for us to die than to be living this kind of life. He has no plan. 1 year has gone, he has no plan, no economic plan, no support. In fact, I don't want to begin to say things because a lot have been said and no one is listening. So what am I going to say that will get down to the ears of the government? A lot have been said. He does not have anything to offer, that's just the truth. So whether he threatens to use force or not, the fact remains that you cannot keep people in hunger and you tell them not to protest. Since independence, have Nigerians ever protested against any government in terms of economic hardship? The year 2020 protest was as a result of police brutality and police injustice. This is the first time since independence Nigerians are coming out to protest against hardship. The hardship is too much. I don't know the word to use to describe it. But everyone is feeling the pain. Rising inflation. No, I don't want to go into any government programs. Are we talking about development programs? Are we talking about the SDGs? We're not even going into those areas. We're talking about inflation on food. What are your policies? They don't know what they are doing. We're not even talking about health care. How many Nigerians have access to health care? We're not even talking about that. We can cater to ourselves when it comes to health issues. We are talking about food. Our children cannot go to school. No food. So Nigerians have the right to protest. There is no amount of intimidation that will make them to deter the citizens. They should go ahead and protest.
Personally, I think the planned protest is uncalled for now. Personally, I think it's better to dialogue rather than to go into protest. We all witness what happened in Kenya. There is no way you will protest that will not be hijacked. Definitely the thugs, the hoodlums will hijack it. And when they hijack it, it will be beyond the planners. And when it's beyond the hands of the planners, it leads to violence. It leads to bringing in military to suppress whatever it is, and leads to a lot of destructions. We all witness what happens in Nexus, where many BRT buses were destroyed. So, personally, I think it's uncomfortable. Those people that are in hiding, who are calling for protest, should come out, dialogue with the government, like the Labour did. The Labour agreed at the end of the day when they were giving all this sort of proposal. They agreed at the end of the day with the government. Let them come out. Let us see. It is not by protest, it's by solution. Okay, what are we demanding for? What are you protesting for? You said the high cost of food. How do we bring the high cost of food down? All of us should think on it. People are agitating the open border. The government is looking at it that if they open border, it will affect our local production. So a lot of things is involved. So I think dialogue is the best option. Going onto the street does not solve anything. It has never solved anything. We see many people were killed in Kenya. Uh, Maybe fortunately for them, maybe the government reversed some things. But we should be more civilized and be more mature to come to dialogue table. So that's what I think we should do for now. So because of the situation in the country. So the security aspect of the country too does not give us the room to protest now. Where we have the bandits, where we have the Boko Haram and some other things, those people can use that opportunity to come out again and start kidnapping. And they will sell the kidnapping from the protesters. So we should temporize it a little bit.
I don't buy the protest because I know it will later lead to mayhem. Just like the SARS protest also went out of hands. I believe strongly that you just have to give the government some time for all these things to be worked up, worked upon. There cannot be solution in just one day. That's just my opinion. It cannot happen in a day. Economic policies takes time to manifest. That's just it. And the problem we have in Nigeria is that we don't have enough statistics of the poor people in Nigeria. Like when you are talking about developed countries, where they know where each and every of their people resides in, so that they can send money to those poor people to assist them. In Nigeria, we don't have it. So even if government wants to help the poor people now, how do you get across to them? Considering the fact that they don't have the statistics and the they don't know where they don't have the statistics of where they are and how to get across to them. So even if they set out money aside for it, at the end of the day, it always end up in the wrong hands, not hitting the target that it is meant for. But as far as I'm concerned, all the policies the government has been doing has been alright, has been well and okay by me. But it will take time for us to see the manifestation.
The protest is necessary because look at what happened in Kenya. Government begin to impose unnecessary taxes, and the people of the Kenyans, they report it, they protested, and they won, and they have to revert the measure. So if we did not protest here, I will allow government to be going like things to be going like this. I'm telling you, by December we're buying a bag of rice, 300,000. And we're causing more hardship. Government, not that the federal government doesn't know what to do, but because people are not talking. Those people that are talking before, they just decide to share because they saw that their time is up. People like Wole Soyinka, people like Obasanjo, they are not talking again because they saw that how many times not local, like IBB, is not talking again. And presently, I listen to some interview on television because I'm a media consultant. I have to wait it. I also look at what the online is saying. I wonder that even the students, they have entered them. They don't want to engage themselves in the protest because presently they said they have started giving the students loan to some beneficiaries. But they are forgetting that any condition to that loan is that your parent must have at least 500,000 minimum wage per annum. So in other words, it means the student is meant for the rich. So if people did not protest, and there are so many things they have to protest against, not only what bring all those things that bring hardship. Number one is the subsidy. Government is not sincere about the subsidy. You want to ask me why? When Dangote finish the refinery and the man is about to give us the PMS, there are so many forces that rise up against Dangote. And those forces, federal government know about it. The federal government have the right to caution those forces and remove it, those barriers, and let the man do a free flow. It is when the man now misbehave that will now begin to control. Because if that man releases fuel into the circulation, price of fuel will come. Yesterday, I want to go and buy fuel, and the filling station was selling 800 naira per litre, 800 per litre. So that's number one. Number two, let's go another topic. I read inside newspaper. This one was debated on television, I think day or some other day before yesterday or yesterday. That the interest rate that they put at 26.75% is an aberration. It will be difficult for any company to survive with that kind of interest rate. In other words, it means let's will buy mineral 500 naira. So those are some of the things that they have to do. The same thing with import duties. Of recent, because they clap for the customer, I'm telling you true life story. On at the at the plenary session, the following week they have to increase import duty on cars. In other words, they are making life unbearable.
The protest is very, very necessary because we are running a democracy of dumb and deaf government that they don't listen to the agony of the public, of the people. Despite the pains, the tears, sorrows and tears in the land, you know, the government are just feeling like as if say they are the only one there and they can do and undo. You know, it's like this democracy is now turning to become a curse, not even a blessing to the masses, which is very sad. Thank God that they want to protest, at least to ginger them from losing the track in which they are supposed to be put them on the right track. You know, this is not the first time people are talking about protests or, you know, this is not the first time people are lamenting, you know, but it's like the government is just a government that is not trying to help anybody. They are just there for their own wicked and greedy acts. That's what is keeping them in power, to victimize the people. I don't know, in a land of plenty and the people are suffering, graduates don't even have jobs, those that have the job don't even have good salaries. Things are increasing by the day and it's getting worse. Now this time around now is affecting both the poor and the masses, which is very, 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 very bad for democracy. It's too sad. Different government with different problems, different problem with different government. You know, in the same democracy, it's too sad. Let the protest go on. Let it go on. Let everybody sit at home till we get it straight. Till this group of people, this group of demons that are governing this country will come down and think straight on how to move the country forward. Nothing like family matter here because they are not our family. If they are family, they will know how to put us straight. They know how to feed the children. A good father will care for the wife and the kids on how they are upgrade, on how they will live, how they move forward. But this one, they are not our family. Oh. They are not our family. Let our president with his 40 thieves that he call ministers put their head together and find a way out that we will go out of this tyranny that we are in.
I think if the protests are organic enough, and if the government is really, really sincere to listen to the cries of the people, there should be what we call an understanding, right? Because as it stands, I don't really think it's this government that has brought upon this economic hardship, downward trend you're seeing now. I think it was the past government, right? Even though I never voted for both of them anyway, for the record. But I'm a realist, right? The financial, the economic policy of the last government was so much on the down. It was so going down the way that this government just had to do some, damage control management, going forward. But regardless of that, because this government has not really had the understanding, the communication skills to assuage the feelings of the people, the sufferers, tell them, we are on course with you on this, bear with us, 18 months, 2 years, yeah, we'll get back on track. But they are not where to be found because they are not really telling us the truth. The expenditures on the public officials, none of them coming out to verify, confirm, or deny fact, or deny information being, everybody's just making up their whole theory. But I really think that the government should really sit down with policymakers. We see them passing, it's not funny, we see them passing bills, into bills that have always taken time to sign in, or passing it through. It shows there's a sense of urgency. Now, what I'm asking, why haven't they used that sense of urgency until now? So there's a disparity. There's a little bit of, there's a little bit of like, sincerity and purpose to it. So government should engage more people. And believe you me, people are arrested. People are hungry. People are angry. The only problem I have with it is some fifth columnists that might take over. People that might have a hidden agenda. People that are there to portray the protest as being kind of like being a scourge, like people are using it to, create an alibi for people to loot, to steal, to maim, leaving the core values of the protest. But all I'm pleading is Ahmed Bola Tinubu government should listen to the Nigerian people. They are our employees, we are the employers. They shouldn't mislead us, they should put us on the right track and give us a big country. If there truly is some honesty in the government, people will queue in. But once there's no truth, your guess is as good as mine.